what does it mean for you to be a facilitator?
That's a great question. I mean, I usually don't use the word facilitator when I'm thinking about the work I do. I think I mentioned this to you in one of our exchanges in social media, that facilitation comes from making things easier. So I think there's an interesting tension, which is how can you make the path easy without making it too easy for people, no? So I think that we need to understand what are the obstacles, no? And I mean, there's some skills, some art, some science, but also being a third party when we're working with groups, it happens that it's easier to take some distance and try to observe what's going on and make sure that people, sometimes the obstacles are perceived, you know, they are imaginary, they're in our head.
Between our ears.
Sometimes the obstacles are real. It could be lack of budget, time, the COVID, whatever, no, the clients that are upset, whatever. And sometimes they're within each of the team members. So I think that working on those three spaces is what we need to do. And first, help people understand where those obstacles are coming from, and also help them remove and overcome them without being you the one who removes them for them. No? So, because I think that in the end, we're teaching people to become more aware of where the things are getting in the way and how to deal with them. I remember, like, just give you an example, no? So it doesn't sound too theoretical. I was facilitating a program, like a 10-week program with a large global client, with people from all over the world, some from not only the Netherlands, but German, your country. And what happened is at some point, I started seeing the tensions. I mean, because I work on change and culture, and usually it gets into very sensitive topics, no? Because I mean, the conflicts, the issues, the frustrations, both personal and professional, come to get to play. And there was this guy that basically he started positioning himself as an expert in one particular area. So every time I was trying to share tools and exercise, whatever, he was resisting, because one thing that I noticed is that maybe that guy was an expert for the level of knowledge that that company have, but he wasn't actually an expert. And it was tough because my role wasn't to call out people and put them, no, but on their hand, if people keep seeing him as the expert, then the bar would be very low. So I started playing around, because he was at some point, of course, boycotting. So I pushed him and said, you know what, let's do this. For the next exercise, you're going to facilitate. And I throw him the challenge out of the blue, giving him, and I basically step back. So I think sometimes the facilitation is about role playing. It's about understanding. It's not about us. It's about the people. And sometimes the more invisible we become, maybe the better job we're doing.
Wonderful. So exciting.